Somebody once asked me why we don't have black leaders now. Because anytime a black person in this day and age fights against white supremacy in any form, our own people would rather ridicule them than support them. Now, as an avid 2A person, I know some of the mistakes his brother made. But what I do know is that he gave us black people that what if. When so many said, we can't march like they can with guns, he said, yes, we can. When he said if black people did that, we'd be shot down in the street, he showed us we could. See, the problem is I watch so many black people in the 2A community and so many black people, period, ridicule this man. When he showed his face and stood in front of white supremacy like many of them would not. Where he didn't bootlick and went hard on them like many would not. And you wonder why we don't have black leaders. Because ones like Malcolm X, who are unapologetic children, can get the same support as Martin Luther King's children did. The ones that are unapologetic get attacked by white supremacy and left alienated and by themselves. Not only by the system, but by the same people they were fighting for. Nobody is perfect. So I know people are going to say, well, did you know he did this? And did you know he did that? What I do know is that in the face of white supremacy, he stood strong, held a gun up, and allowed our people to know that we can be strong and we don't have to walk around with fear. He had us march against white supremacy when so many people want to pray, dance, twerk, and say, oh, they're my allies. He said, no, if you don't have a gun in your hand, you ain't doing right. And then you can ask that question again to yourself when you think about the things I'm saying. Why we don't have black leaders? Because is it worth sacrificing yourself when financially it doesn't make any sense? Look at the system and what they're doing. If you follow this case, you know this is all bullshit. But I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir, I should say. Until we come together as a people and support the people willing to fight, die, and put their face on the line for us, we're going to keep begging and wondering why we don't have any black leaders. And only people that speak up for us when it's fitting for them are basketball players. Because I'll tell you this, and I'll say this, and I mean it. I don't care who don't like it. The only so-called leaders we have still around ain't a threat to white supremacy.